Welcome back to Wax the Slabs. I'm Clay, he's Seve, and we're here today talking about sports cards and the whole process of enjoying collecting. Everything from investment collectors to just enjoying collectors, just people collecting stuff just because they enjoy it. And glad to have you guys join us again this week. We've been doing this for quite a while now. We've got almost up to 10 episodes, so we're slowly building this thing up. We're building our community on our Facebook page. And Jim, welcome in.
Well, thank you. So, yeah, and we have been building this community, and we have been adding members and viewers to our Facebook page every week.
Yep.
And we're not too far away from that magical number of 200 followers. Once we get up to 200 followers, I think what I might do is maybe entice you guys just a little bit and bring in the package that I put together. It's a ripper delight. It's going to have packs from the 80s, 90s, 2000s to present day.
Cool.
And it's going to be just a fun rip, just a token of our appreciation. We're going to throw everybody's name in a hat. And we're going to draw one out of our 200 followers. And somebody's going to take home a heck of a neat prize.
You could get some awesome rookies in there. You can get some big cards.
It's going to be awesome, man. but the only thing that you have to do
is just be a member of the page.
Well, you have to be a member of the page.
Okay.
And the only thing that we require is that you video yourself ripping the packs, and we'll showcase it right here at Wax the Slab.
Exactly. That'd be so much fun. I can't wait to do that and do that. You see some new cards of my new collection that we've got out here recently. I picked up some new gems. Let me turn some of these so the glare ain't so bad on them. Let's see. And speaking of which, this one right here, I got this one specifically for Jim. I don't think he's seen it yet. There you go. That's for you.
Wow.
Got Jim a slab.
My guy.
So who is that?
That is James Wood. So actually, you guys might have remembered on a few episodes, this is a guy, a prospect, that I've been hoarding for darn near a year now because of his extreme power. Him and Mr. Jack, for the Kansas City Royals, 6'5", 250-pound slugger. He's going to be upcoming. I have a couple cool cards to show you. But, man, James Wood, he is actually, I believe, tied for the division lead for home runs this year. And, of course, he's a front runner to Rookie of the Year, and very excited. Well, thank you, brother.
Hey, you're welcome. I couldn't afford a Jim Mint 10, but I did get you a 9.5.
Wow, 9.5. That is awesome. That just made my day. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Hey, sit tight. We got to talk about some news. We want to talk a little bit about the grading process here today. And we've kind of highlighted this, and that's kind of the purpose of the video here is to share with collectors that may want to get more serious in the investment side of it and how you can, preserve your cards, but also put a little more value to them is by having them graded. And we've been talking about PSA, which is the leading brand when it comes to grading your cards, but there's many others out there. Beckett's another one. Let's see. There's also GMA is another one that's out there that does grading, and then SGC. I'm a big fan of SCG. You can see right here in front. These are my collection, part of my collection, and I'm leaning more towards the SGC. I have quite a few PSAs as well. I don't mind PSA, but I really like the style and the look of the SGC cards.
And I tell you what, you changed me a little bit, Clay. And I've always been PSA and a company called CSG. Now, what that company does, they do a lot of color matching of logos with their branded sticker that they put actually inside of their card case. But I'm telling you, that SGC is wearing on me a little bit. I like the simplicity, the uniformness of the cards, and then of course, from a monetary standpoint, it's more economical
to get into it
than what either CSG or PSA had been, from what you're telling me. So I've been out scoping some SGC as well. So, but yeah, I do like their cards.
So let's talk a little bit about SGC. SGC Grading is a company that is owned by Collectors Holdings, which is the parent company of PSA. But the PSA is the professional sports authentication company. They are the top of the line. But they also acquired SGC back in about February 2024 is when they made that transaction. But despite them being acquired, SGC will continue to operate independently under the leadership of its current president, Peter Steinberg. So Collectors Holding owns a lot of different things like Golden. Golden is a big Golden Auctions along one. Let's see, they got some other companies like Card Ladder is one of their apps. PCGS. So Collectors Holdings owns a variety of different companies, but they do have two grading companies under them, SGC and PSA, two separately ran organizations, but they're owned by the same company.
I wonder if that's, I'm going to open up that can of worms.
Okay.
So, are we looking at basically Fanatics and Collectors Holdings? I believe that's the name of it, Collectors Holdings. Are they just absolutely dominating? I don't want to use the word monopolizing, but as you know, PSA and eBay are joined by the hip, and they offer vault sales where you can buy, PSA graded cards right from the vault, and you can also, what you touched on last week, you can buy a raw card and get it shipped to you after it's graded from PSA.
Yeah.
And here we have Fanatics holding all of the licenses for all of this major sports out there as we go into 2026. Man,
there's a lot of monopolizing.
I'm old school,
right?
You know that. And back when I collected, back when I was just a little kid, there was Top, Donruss, and Fleer.
Yeah.
Those were the only ones. And then you had Score and Upper Deck come into the late 80s, early 90s. And we thought, my goodness, 5 different card companies out there. If you take a look at the number of grading companies, of course, you have a lot of fly-by-night grading companies too.
Yeah.
Just an individual like myself, I could get into the card grading company or to the business very, very easily.
Right. You just have to set your standards and ask people to send cards to you.
But there's so many different brands, and I was listening to Ty. And just matter of fact, it was this week, and he was talking about that's on Chasing Cardboard, by the way, on YouTube, and he was talking about the pros and cons of the hobby, and what we've been faced with, and that is kind of one of his concerns. Of course, he had a lot of pros on the hobby, but one of his concerns was an oversaturation of brands, companies, grading companies. That they're just totally saturated right now, and that could play a part of maybe a downward trend of the hobby. But however, there's so many good things that's happening right now, and what I'm excited for, actually, I'm gonna be opening up a blaster box today of the new product that just got released, and that's the 2025 Bowman baseball. And of course, it's always highly anticipated each year.
Right.
And what they have incorporated in here are some inserts of card players who collect and their favorite hobby stores in the background.
Cool.
They also have autographs along with that in the store too. So it is cool. Some of the players that they love to collect. Bobby Witt Jr., big time collector. So they are introducing some cool things in a hobby, but I just hope that the influx of all of these products, these companies combining, monopolizing, I'm going to go ahead and use that word together, doesn't hurt the hobby.
I worry about that too. I don't like to see one card company making all these different brands of cards. I'm a big fan of Panini cards. I like their different brands. I like the Mosaic all the way to the Score. But all they have done is gobbled up the smaller card companies and put them under one umbrella, and now they just have all these different brands that they release. And what I don't like is brand new football cards coming out in the month of March for the last season. The season's over, but according to their schedule of releases, this card is only going to come out later in the year, and that's what I don't care for. But what I do see the advantages of is you can collect football cards year round. So it's one of those things that, is it good or is it bad? It really depends on who's collecting. And I think some more consolidation on the individual brands would be nice, but I like Panini. I like to have Topps. I like to have the big brands stay in place and see what we can come up with from there. But again, we're just two guys sitting around the table talking about it. And but then when it comes to the grading side of it, then PSA, SGC, GMA is getting a lot of traction out there too, and there's others that we've talked about here. But if they all become one, it just really narrows the options for the collector, and it kind of hurts the collector because we're pigeonholed into only paying a high price that the market itself sets. So,
I mean, how many? I mean, it's gonna bankrupt us. Okay, is what it's gonna do.
It already is.
I mean, there's so many good-looking cards out there. There's only so many flavors of milk that your refrigerator can hold. So I don't know. It's I'm kind of sticking with kind of my top 5 that I always look forward to, and I might buy a little bit here and there of some cool new product. But man, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sold on my top 5 that I look forward to every year, which Bowman is one of those products, and Prism is one from Panini. So it's not like it's just one company.
Exactly.
But I think I'm just going to keep with my top 5. I love what you guys are doing. Another thing, and I keep reference over to Ty at Chasing Cardboard. I love his insight on the hobby.
Great insight, by the way. Check him out.
Yeah, you got to check him out. And he is a Kansas City fellow citizen
from the
up
area.
there.
Yeah.
He's from Kansas City, and but one thing that was positive about the hobby was the fact that it's actually bringing families together as a shared hobby. And that's what's so awesome about you and Brittany and the kids, is the fact that Brittany always kind of gave him the old lie when he was going to Walmart to get some milk. Well, now she's sending him for milk to try to search out for those Zenith
state-of-the-art cards.
State-of-the-art cards, because they are pretty cards. So, but it's cool how we can incorporate our spouses and our kids into the hobby.
A perfect example. We went up to the card show in Kansas City in the Lee Summit area, and we brought Emma along, and Emma loved it. I was there. We were all on the hunt for cards for Emma that she likes. She collects Clayton Clark, so. It is a fun family thing, and that's what it's all about. It's fun and family. So very excited about this. One last bit on the hobby, news of the hobby. PSA is bringing back the minimum grade. What that is, it gives you more control and more choice. You can set the lowest grade that you'll accept and decide what happens if your card doesn't meet that. You can send it back to you or whatever it is. So I got this email earlier this week from PSA, and I wanted to share that with you guys. That minimum grade is back with PSA. If you submit 20 cards, 4 of them doesn't meet your minimum grade of a 7 or an 8 or whatever it is, they won't even grade it, and I don't know if they'll charge you about it. So
just shipping and handling.
Just shipping and handling, yeah. So that is a great option that PSA is providing, because I think they're trying to get caught up on their backlog, and so if there's cards that's coming that's not very well in good shape, they just skip right over it and don't take the time to grade it. So that is coming back from PSA. And great option. Check it out if you're into PSA grading.
And that's how it used to be.
Right.
As far as the partial grades and minimum grade, that's when PSA first came on board into the market. Those were the options, and then they took it away. They're going to say, well, if we're gonna take the time, we're gonna slab it. We're gonna put it on there, whether it's a 6 or a 7 or a 10. It doesn't make any difference. It is nice, and I think it will save people like us time and money.
Yeah.
However, it kind of makes me wonder, how here we go again. And maybe I'm just a negative Andy. I don't know, but it seems like I always look at why they are doing this. And is it to speed things up?
I think so.
I really, honestly, truly think that is one of the reasons. However, if they bring in these cards, they don't look good enough, and they don't spend the time to determine whether or not it's a 7 or it could be approaching a 9.
Right.
If it's not a 10.
Yep, exactly.
And they're going to get caught up that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I knew the exact process. I wish, and I have,
Well, of course, we all do.
I have searched YouTube for a video from start to finish of a guy, of them opening up a package, getting the cards out from, say, Clay Radford, and going through the entire process from start to finish
Of grading it.
of grading that card to get it back. I would love to see that, because is it a dude back there?
Well, I'll tell you this. I have came across SGC has some videos. Now PSA, I haven't seen any PSA, but SGC has some videos similar to that. It might not be the complete process, but they do have some where they're talking like it goes to this person for this person for that, and this person for this. So there is some video content out there on YouTube for SGC's grading process. You might want to look at that.
I think I will.
It's pretty interesting.
My investigative nature, I think, of all this. So let's see. We talked a little bit about the news. I did get a couple. Now these weren't pulled out of packs.
Okay.
However, I was able to hook on to a couple of nice Royals this week from SGC, and we're going to take a look right here. They are Royals, and of course they're all gems. We've got, of course, Vinny, and I got, as soon as I seen Clay Jack 10, I had to sit there and get me one. They just look so good in that case.
They do.
I was able to pick up a couple of them, and of course, a Vinny rookie. Those are your first basemen. I'm kind of impartial to first basemen. That's what I played in both high school and college. So I do like that, and unfortunately for Jack, it's going to be really tough for him to slide into Vinny's role. Even though Vinny is struggling a little bit this year, his bat is starting to pick up a little bit. But I think that's why they are kind of setting Jack down there to succeed and let him build the experience a little bit. He's a young guy. He's 22.
Oh, okay.
So, kind of building, and of course, he's hitting these 490-foot bombs onto apartment complexes on the other side of the stadium. I don't know if you see that.
Yeah, you sent me the news story on it.
My gosh.
Wow.
So anyway, that's pretty cool. So those were my pickups for this week. So I was pretty happy with that.
Absolutely. My pickups this week, we don't have any up closes, but these are them here. This guy here, I'll have to get you a little bit closer on this one. This is a George Brett. It's from a 24 select product. It is a 23 out of 25 premier card. Beautiful looking card. Awesome. That's my favorite one of the ones that I've gotten this week. So
that is a cool Brett. And matter of fact, when I was looking at that card before we went live, I noticed that is an authentic piece of jersey from an all-star jersey.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And in today's day and age, these relics, most of them, they say not from a specific game or event. It's really neat to see an actual game-used piece of memorabilia. That's what I'd love to see.
It's awesome. Well, let's get on to what's being released this week. What are you going to find in stores? What are you going to find in hobby shops? What is the releases for the week, Seve?
You bet. The releases of the week, we're going to start off with a couple we mentioned last week, but they just came out here within the last 2 days. And, of course, Bowman Baseball 2025. It's highly anticipated.
Right here.
Yep. That's where you can find all of your rookies of 2025 coming in. That is, you'll find a lot of first Bowman cards in there. A lot of guys you might not maybe recognize, but
you will.
You will. And nobody knew when Bowman came out who Aaron Judge was.
Right.
And look at him now. So, and he didn't really flourish until about 2 years in the major leagues, and then he kind of picked up. So we have Bowman Baseball. We also had 2024 Panini National Treasure Baseball came out this week, and of course that's a high-end product. Everybody, man, I've seen some of the breaks on them. Beautiful cards, but you're getting in for about $3,000 a box for 5 cards. So we also had the 9th, which that's today, right?
Yeah, that's today.
Today we have Topps Resurgence Football. Now that is, again, that is a middle the upper end product.
Okay.
We will likely not see them at Walmart or Target, but they're a $225 a box.
Oh, wow,
Type of thing. So let's see. We also have on the 14th coming up. We got Panini Flawless Baseball, Panini Select Football coming out on the 14th. Of course, kind of touching back with you. You know, we got all the brand new football products coming out in springtime. But and then for you soccer fans out there, the 24-25 Panini Select Series A soccer comes out on the 14th.
Yeah, that'll be a hot one for the soccer fans as well. And I know Premier League is getting ready to release something, I think, in the coming weeks as well. So, be on the lookout for those if you are a soccer fan. Well, let's jump on over to what's hot and what's not. We usually start with some of the cards that are the most watched on eBay.
Yep.
So who's people looking for on eBay right now?
Well,
or at least keeping their eyes on.
And of course, we talk about this each week. We do have a list of from the hobby shops that what are some of the hottest cards that are selling right now. But eBay has been such a go-to for so many buyers of sports memorabilia, sports cards, and it gives you a good idea of kind of what's hot out there this week. So, of course, number one this week is a 2018 Topps Chrome Gold Wave Refractor Shohei Ohtani autograph, 49 out of 50. That's a PSA 10, 33 bids. Price right now $18,600 with over 330 watchers.
Wow!
Meaning that probably within the last hour or so, this thing is just going to shoot up into $20,000-$25,000.
I was going to put my bid until you said what it was already at, and like out of my budget.
Yeah, I think I put my max bid at like $11.50. Let's see here. The number two is a 1954 rookie card of Hank Aaron with the Milwaukee Braves. It is a PSA 3, that is a very good condition. 34 bids, price $37.25. That's $3,725, and there are 236 watchers on that particular card. And then, of course, number 3. This is kind of a fun card. What you're looking at right now is a 2025 Bowman Chrome Jesus Made green grass auto out of 99 rookie card with the Brewers, but he is a run-of-the-mill prospect. They got some high hopes for him, but I think what is driving this card to the value that it is because of his last name is spelled, if you were to sound it out, Jesus Made.
That's pretty cool.
That is kind of cool. But of course, we got 41 bids on that right now, over $1,000, 233 watchers.
Wow.
So those round out the top 3 most watched on eBay. As far as from the market standpoint and the hobby standpoint, Beckett will actually talk to a lot of the brick and mortar stores, and they say, hey, what's hot out there right now? Of course, leading the pack by far, Shohei Ohtani. His 2018 Bowman Chrome, number 1. That rookie card, it's a base card.
Yeah.
Even though it's Bowman Chrome, $200 to $500 value.
Wow.
Ungraded.
Wow, yeah.
Ungraded. That's raw. That's number 1. Number 2 is his 2018 Bowman, number 49. Ohtani rookie card, that's $20 to $50 range on that. And then, of course, number 3, guess what? 2018 Topps Chrome, number 150, Shohei Ohtani rookie card.
I was looking to see what year that one was. That's a 2024, so I didn't know 18.
Number 4 is Ohtani.
Oh.
Number 5 is where you have to go to finally get out of the Ohtanis, and that is a 2024 Bowman Chrome draft autograph of our Jack.
Oh.
Caglianone for the Kansas City Royals. Value right now $125 to $300 raw, and that is number 5 on our sheet this week for who's hot out
Who's
there
hot. Nice.
in the collector's world.
Nice. So I got some good pieces. I mean, not the right years, but I got some right pieces.
Hey, it's Shohei.
It's Shohei,
anything Shohei right now.
He is the collector. You know, Mike Trout is also a big collector, but that saying Mike Trout that kind of takes us to who's not hot.
Yeah. So only one name is going to be mentioned on this episode who is not hot right now. And of course, he had been leading the pack over the last few weeks on who is hot. And that is Mike Trout. And they had placed him last week on the 10-day disabled list because of a bone bruise.
Yep.
Now, what had happened? Of course, everybody knows. Everybody expects Mike Trout to go on that list at some point in time during the season on the disabled list. But he had his LCL scraped.
Okay.
Several times through his career. Now there's not a whole lot left there, and if he gets just right while he's running or walking, it will actually go bone on bone.
Ooh.
And he gets the bone bruise.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unfortunately, what they're saying now is that he can't even designate hit anymore. He can't be a pinch hitter anymore. That just walking and running, he could continue to suffer these bone bruises. Well, now here comes all the speculation. Is he going to retire? All these people that had bought these high-end Mike Trout when they've been hot are now suddenly ditching them and trying to sell them for what they can. So he rounds up our top who's not
hot. Wow, interesting. Well, I got some cards that I'm willing to unload to you. We'll discuss the deal afterwards. No, Mike Trout, I have invested a little bit into him, not a whole lot, but yeah, I put more money into Ohtani because I think he's the next big thing until he gets injured or something for sure. But that's a look at our what's hot and what's not for this week. It is time to get into our rips. Are you ready to go?
Hey, I'm ready to go. Before we leave, again, in case you came in late, this is awesome. Clay gave me a James Wood 9.5 SGC rookie card, which is number 129. And again, Clay, that's awesome. I was not expecting that at all today. So definitely one of the guys on my hot list that had been for over the last year. So I appreciate that.
Awesome. Well, we'll get to ripping. We'll do our weekly rips. I'm doing football because I'm looking for that card for Brittany, and you're doing baseball. So let's go ahead and get that. We'll get ripping right after this word from our sponsors. Hey, welcome back to Wax and Slabs, and if you are looking to sponsor the program, we are still looking for sponsors. There wasn't a sponsor there. It's kind of a little slight joke there. But if you want to sponsor the program, that's where your ad would be inserted at right here during each and every week's episode is right between the opening segment and our latest rips. Well, this week, Brittany gave me a budget, and she said, if you're spending the budget, I expect you to pull me some more state-of-the-art cards out of the Zenith pack. So that's what we're doing today. Here it is. 4 cards per pack, 6 packs per box, and you can get some rookies, parallels, a chance of maybe an autograph, memorabilia in here as well. But of course, we're really looking for the state-of-the-art cards that she's trying to collect all 25 of those, and we'll see what we get here today. All right, here's the packs. I don't feel any one thicker than the other, so we might have an auto. That would be pretty sweet to pull an auto. Have not pulled an auto out of the Zenith packs yet. All right, let's see here. Not a big fan of the base cards here, but they're nonetheless. That was Micah Parsons, Jamel. You got Newton rookie card in the green 2-minute drill, and then another Michael Irving. Or no, it's Micah Parsons, Micah Irving. Dallas Cowboy pack there. All right, let's see what else we get in this one. Max Crosby. Sweet. Tennessee. Then got an Idols card. These are pretty nice cards. Then T.J. Watt. Randall Cunningham and Jalen Hurts. You got Hurts down here and Cunningham back there. Pretty cool. I like those Idol cards. They're pretty neat. Yeah, they're really sharp looking for sure. All right, let's see what else we got here. Careful on these edges. All right, we got a Ray Lewis. Big Ray Lewis fan. Just don't ride elevators with him. Jackson, rookie card. Bo Jackson 2-minute drill. Good old Bo Jackson, and then a Caleb Williams rookie. Base card is still nice, yeah.
Yeah.
See, as we're on the hunt for the state of the art, that's what she's collecting, and I got my notoriety collection complete. Now I'm just in the process of getting those graded, so she's looking for the state of the arts, and she may or may not get those graded, but we'll see. Douglas, Breland Allen, rookie card. There's a marquee, Jared Goff. That's pretty nice. Nice insert there. And then a Peyton Manning. Good old Peyton. He has a little brother too. You may know him, Eli.
Oh, Eli. Yeah, they do. I kind of enjoy their commentating on Monday Night Football.
They're a lot of fun. Those guys are a riot for sure. All right, down to the second to last pack. CeeDee Lamb.
Uh-oh. You got two
Dalton
green
Kincaid.
back-to-back?
Is it two green? No, I thought it was two.
Yeah.
But Dalton Kincaid, Cade Stover, and Kyler Murray. All right.
All right, last pack.
Maybe
Last
get
pack
something
mojo.
here. Yep, here we go.
Thick card?
Yeah, there is a thick card here, so I
Oh.
didn't think there was, but
Just less cards.
yeah. We'll see. No state of the art yet, so maybe that might be in here. Let's take the bottom one. Brian Urlacher with the Bears. Latham, what do we got here? We got a Fred Warner from the 49ers, A to Z, and we got a Caleb Williams patch. Looky there.
That's
Look
all right.
there. Look right there. Could be need some little cleanup there. See how it's kind of
Oh,
frazzled
yeah.
around that, but can you see that on the card a little bit?
Yeah, I'll get my X-Acto knife, and we'll see what those cards are, how they make them.
How they make them.
Yeah.
This enclosed, it says authentic memorabilia is not from any specific game or event, but still, these Z jerseys are pretty cool inserts. I like the color of them, and it's Caleb Williams, so that's a good pickup there. Awesome. Well, that's my pack. Next up, Subby, you got Bowman Baseball. Here we go.
All right, guys, Subby here. So, of course, for my rip this week, we're going 2025 Bowman Baseball. And, of course, right there on the cover of the box is my boy James Wood for the Nationals. So, this is actually always a highly anticipated release of the year. Tons of rookies in here. 12 card per pack, 6 pack per box. So, you get 72 cards. And, of course, you're looking for any kind of autographs, parallels, and of course the coveted first Bowman cards for all the top prospects. So let's get ripping on this. A lot of cards to go through. And again, a lot of these names you probably will not recognize right now. But what I enjoy about Bowman is being able to keep all the rookies, put them in a box, and every year there's a new rookie that comes back up from AA, AAA that makes it to the major leagues, and you might have to go back 2 or 3 years in your Bowman product to be able to find the rookie card. So I've done that with several key players such as Aaron Judge and Mike Tucker, Kyle Tucker, and so it's kind of fun to do that. All right, first pack, here we go. And it's going to start off with a few base cards of vets, and then you'll get into your rookies. Jose Ramirez. Hey, guess what I got?
What do you got?
Guess what I got coming up? I see it right now. Remember we were talking about their favorite stores?
Yeah, you got one?
Hobby shops? We have one in this pack. Don't know who it is yet. Cody Bellinger. Ozzy Albies. Mike Trout. Catch of the Day Cards is the name of his favorite hobby shop. Now, how cool of an insert set that's going to be. I'm looking forward. This is going to be one that I will be going after myself out of Bowman Chrome, but such a neat
Can I see it?
card. You bet. All right, we got for the Padres, first Bowman. Hey, we got a Hunchan for the Kansas City Royals.
Say that again?
So I'll never be able to say it again. But it'll be interesting to see what they put on his jersey, on his name on the back. But first Bowman for him. We got another Padres prospect, Drew Jones prospect, which he's actually very highly touted. He was he was the #1 prospect about 2 years ago. And he has fallen just a little bit. He hadn't been quite as productive. Perez, first Bowman, Jacob DeGrom, and C.J. Abrams as our vet players. River Ryan.
River, huh?
He is Dodgers number 10 prospect according to Baseball America. So kind of a cool one. Now I'm trying to remember Nolan Ryan's kid had been playing baseball, and I don't know if you noticed Roger Clemens' son hit his first home run.
Did he?
Last week at Boston.
Cool. Oh,
So
at Boston, cool.
That
Yeah.
was kind of a neat
Deal there. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, very good opening. I like to gawk and stare at the cards all day. Uh-oh. Is that something thick? Oh, it might be.
Uh-oh.
Looked like maybe a snake skin. Zach Neto, Lindor, Manny Machado. Those are going to be our bases. We got a Thomas Sagis for the Cardinals as a greatness loading insert. Andrew Painter, that's a good prospect card. He's been pitching very, very well. Charles McAdoo, first Bowman. Miss Jeb, first Bowman. We have a Hernandez, first Bowman Chrome. And yet, look like we have a snakeskin of Quinn Matthews, first Bowman.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Yet they are not numbered. They are an insert parallel. Yamamoto, Tovar, and a Jackson Holiday round out the vets.
Cool.
All right, our vets, Rodriguez. We got a Martinez rookie and a Kim rookie for the Dodgers. That's a pretty good one. We got Reese Hines, rookie rock star. Insert, lots of inserts.
Yeah.
We got a first Bowman for Atlanta, first Bowman for Tampa Bay, a Hagen Smith prospect, Walker Janik, first Bowman. We got Barrios, first Bowman Chrome, Mike Trout, base, Tristan Cassis. Of course, he is currently out. They thought maybe he was going to really be the sophomore year. He was going to start tearing it up. He started off great, and I believe he broke his thumb. And so he is out for at least half the season. And Emmanuel Klaus. All right, here we go. We got 3 packs left. Chase Young, rookie. Ellie De La Cruz, Rafala. Ooh, we got a Cooper Pratt. Nice, VIP. We got first Bowman for Twins. First Bowman for the Mets.
Tong.
First Bowman for St. Louis. And our Chrome first Bowmans. Villarreal. Jesus Lopez, Bobby Witt vet,
Nice.
Churio, and a Nick York. Reminds me of Nick at Night. You remember Nick at Night?
Oh, I love Nick at Night.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest hits of TV right there.
Yeah, you know it. All right, 2 packs, guys. All right, we got Gunner Corbin Carroll. He is actually on pace for Rookie of the Year, or MVP, actually.
Oh, wow.
He's like 3rd right now. Of course, Baseball Americana, we're still early in the season, but he's number 3. And, of course, Bobby Witt, number 2.
White.
Aaron Judge, number 1.
Hey.
So Judge and Bobby Witt Jr., if Bobby Witt was on the Yankees, I guarantee you he'd been MVP 2 years in a row.
Yeah, exactly. But he's not. He's on the Royals, and we like him there.
Oh, we got a Thomas Sagis insert for the Cardinals again, and that's kind of in the shape of a flag. It is a cutout.
Oh, that's cool. Is it numbered?
It is not numbered. Nope, but they've got kind of a vintage back to them.
That's pretty neat. That's a nice looking card.
Yeah. First Bowman for Tampa Bay. First Bowman for San Diego. Our first Bowman Chrome is going to be Kaysen and Lynn for the Diamondbacks. Then we got Vet Seager, Willie Adams, and V-Lad Jr. All right, down to our last fact.
Something good.
I would like to get a Jack is in here.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not his Shrew rookie card, but it is a prospect card of Jack. Aaron Judge. Jackson Merrill. We got top 100 Bowman Calaz for the Rockies. First Bowman Brewers. Tampa Bay prospect. Kaysen first Bowman. We got Cobb Hightower first Bowman Chrome. Emerson prospect. We got Altuve, Amador, and Lewis Robert Jr. to round it out. So a lot of prospects, a lot of inserts. So again, that was 2025 Bowman. And of course, you can pick these up at your local Walmart and Target. This year, they are running right at $29 for a blaster box. But of course, you are getting 12 cards times 6 packs. You are getting 72 total cards in a blaster box. So definitely a good purchase if you are out and about. Grab you some Bowman 25. And that's going to do it for this week, Rip. And appreciate everybody tuning in. And remember, you can always catch us on our Facebook page on Wax the Slabs with Seve and Clay. You can also check out our episodes on the My Katie Plus app on your smart TV. Sit back in the comfort of your own living room and be able to watch all of our episodes on our smart TV app. Have a great Mother's Day for all you moms out there on Sunday, and we'll be talking to you guys next week. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks, guys. See ya.